So when did you become Tommy Sotomayor, the viral YouTube guy? Was there a certain video? Was there a certain moment where, because remember what happened with Kevin? Nobody knew who he was until Average at Best, and then that shot him into the stratosphere. Was that similar to what happened to you, or was it just sort of a slow boil? But you just said something that I had no idea that anyone knew about you. If you would, give me sort of the Reader's Digest version. Who is Tommy Sotomayor, and how did you get to where you are now? Like, basically, you're so radioactive. You're shadow banned on niggas' cell phones, man. Like, so tell me how you started, what gave you this idea, what your thoughts are in the black community, and what really sort of prompted you to really start speaking the truth into what the black community has become.
Well, I was always known as, from high school, especially in college.
Okay.
I think that's when I really found my voice, because I didn't have any parents around, because my mother and father were pastors.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I didn't have a real voice like that. I knew things, but I would always, when I was a kid, I would get slapped for saying shit out of line, but I didn't think it was out of line.
Sure.
And I was just observant.
Right.
And so I would say, well, that doesn't make sense. And so once I got to college, like, there's nobody to slap me in the fucking mouth. I can say these things. So I was saying them then. And I remember a friend of mine, name was Deja. She said, you know how to talk your way into some pussy and talk your way right back out of it.
Damn right.
And what she meant was, I realized as I got older, what she meant was, I'm not willing to say what women need to hear,
right,
in order to sleep with them.
There you go.
I will say what women need to hear, and no ... I'll just say that's what they need to hear.
Absolutely.
If you say something stupid to me, and we could be getting ready to get into bed, or we could be in the bed, I will say that's stupid. And any woman that's ever been with me will tell you. I tell them that. I don't try to. I'm not mean. No, I never thought I was mean. And this was prior to all of this shit that they got now, where you can't say this, you'll get canceled. So I was able to speak this way. And I had my grandmother, which is why I quote a lot of things. My grandmother was really difficult on black women. She felt like where they were versus where they are was a complete drop off, like a cliff. She the one who gave me the saying where I said, it's two places that you'll end up if you end up dealing with black women, in hell or in jail.
Oh my
She gave me that.
Oh Jesus! So it appears that your grandmother put you up on game from a very young age.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, she was.
Wow.
Because I was the simp du jour. I thought my mom was telling me, save these hoes, because she was out there and she needed to be saved.
Oh my God.
She had kids by different men, and she got a man to marry her.
There you go.
God bless his soul, even though he's still alive. God bless him. He still did it. But I myself was thinking, okay, this is what a man must do.
Right.
Bad black men knock black women up, leave them with babies, and the good black man comes in and saves them when they're old.
Right.
I actually believe that that's what you would do. I would sit there and listen to songs, Babyface.
Oh shit, dude! Shy, man, Shy, Silk, all them boys, man. We remember all those.
And they were loving women.
That's right.
Women were the best thing in the world. Men wasn't shit.
That's right.
I'll do all the things your man won't do. That was what it was supposed to be.
Joe.
and then I got hit with reality that these women were using men who felt that way about them.
Wow.
That men who felt like, oh, I see you've been hurt, let me fix it. Well, they didn't like that guy.
Right.
They actually liked the guy who hurt them.
That's right. That's right.
And I was like, damn, so that's a thing? So the guy who hurt you gets more respect than the guy trying to save you? And so I started speaking on it. It was easy for me to speak on it, especially in college, because a lot of people like to hear, because I say things with a lot of humor.
Sure, of course.
So that was always where I came from. I would say things with a lot of humor, and I've seen what a lot of women had did. I've seen a lot of people get murdered due to what a woman said that wasn't true about someone.
Oh man. Man, oh man.
So at that point,
okay,
I felt like I had my own little thoughts and shtick of what it was that I had to say. And people laughed at a lot of shit that I said. Then when we got out, I ended up, one of my friends, I talk about him all the time, my friend Tyrone,
Yeah.
he hooked me up with a job at IBM because he got that job at IBM.
Oh, nice. Okay,
I knew nothing about IT. And as we got there, what the next thing we did was we formed a little group, and we were hiring for IBM, and we realized, well, the one thing that these people need is they need candidates.
Right. Yes.
We now have all the candidates because at IBM, most people wanted to work for IBM.
Right.
So what we did was we started taking those candidates and creating a database with them.
Oh, this was the headhunting part. This is the headhunting part.
Yeah, so when we created a database with them. Yeah, so we created a database. We weren't supposed to do it because we were under these NDAs. We were under all kind of damn contracts. Didn't know anything about them. Where we couldn't share any of that information. We didn't know. We thought we could just start telling those people, we'll represent you, because IBM was charging like 30% to these huge companies, which was a lot of money.
Yeah,
because
man.
if the guy gets paid $150,000 a year, you got 30% of that.
Yeah, you got 50. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was, what we would do was we'd say, go back to the same company and say, you used to working with us. We've started our own company, and we'll give you that same candidate for 15%. So we drop it in half.
Oh my God. Wow.
And so as we started doing it and started collecting all these people, we had this database. We had to build this database. And we were like, well, even if we can't sell them to people, we can sell them access to the database.
Yes. And you can sell the same access many you can get that same 15%.
Several times. Yep, it just kept selling at different companies.
Wow. That's where it started. Holy smokes. So when did you become Tommy Sotomayor, the viral YouTube guy? Was there a certain video? Was there a certain moment where, because remember what happened with Kevin, nobody knew who he was until Average at Best, and then that shot him into the stratosphere. Was that similar to what happened to you, or was it just sort of a slow boil?
I started off in 2009 on something called Blog Talk Radio, and on Blog Talk Radio,
yes.
The girl I was dating at the time, she liked what I was doing so much that she would start taking clips of it and put it in on YouTube.
Wow.
One of the first clip that went viral was 2011, 2012, and it was called "The Type of Black Woman Everybody Hates."
Oh.
And they put it on. It went basically. I didn't really know much about YouTube, but I did know about World Star Hip Hop.
I was going to say, you learn now.
World Star Hip Hop. Like literally, almost every other video I made was on World Star Hip Hop. It just kept putting it on.
Wow.
And I was talking about the same thing over and over again. I've been talking about it for years. My issue with black women is the shit that they were doing in public, the shit that I saw them do in my family. I wasn't even talking about random black women. I was talking about a lot of black women in my own damn household.
Oh my God.
So that's why I didn't understand what they were saying. I grew up in a household with half of the black women were civil and half of them were civil.